Hold up, did you see what just went down on the court? Caitlin Clark, the WNBA superstar, was left absolutely stunned as AliyahBoston went full-on demolition mode against Aya Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces, live, for the world to witness. Free throws flying, shots blocked, ego bruised, and fans losing their minds. Was this dominance, or some kind of secret golden whistle conspiracy? How does a supposedly unbeatable team like the Aces just get shredded like paper in front of millions? Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the chaos, the meltdown, and the controversy that's shaking the league to its core. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought you'd seen it all in the WNBA, think again. Last night, the Las Vegas Aces walked onto the court expecting an easy cruise against the Indiana Fever. But what unfolded? Pure chaos. Absolute domination. AliyahBoston, yes, the same AliyahBoston who's been quietly climbing the ranks, turned into an unstoppable force, bulldozing right through Aya Wilson, leaving Caitlin Clark's jaw on the floor and Aces fans questioning reality. Was it skill? Was it luck? Or, wait, did someone secretly hand her a magical whistle? Let's break it down. Las Vegas Aces, home of the unstoppable Aya Wilson, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray, have long cultivated this aura of superiority. They stroll into arenas thinking they're untouchable. But Indiana's young guns, led by Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, had other plans. And boy, did they execute it flawlessly. For years, critics have whispered about the Aces relying on officiating favors, free throw freebies, and that unspoken, league-protected superstar advantage. Tonight, that narrative came crashing down faster than a missed layup in the final seconds. A'ja Wilson, the star everyone loves to hate, famously collects whistles like trophies. But last night, nada. Not one golden call saved her. And the result was devastating. AliyahBoston attacked the rim relentlessly, drew contact, and the referees, surprise, surprise, blew the whistle exactly where it was earned. And let's be honest, it wasn't favoritism. It was pure aggression, execution, and basketball IQ. The Aces, on the other hand, tried to rely on their usual tricks, jumpers, perimeter shots, and yes, fouling left and right, but Indiana wasn't having it. Now, if you think this was just a case of good game, better team wins, think again. This is drama, people. The Aces, a team used to headlines, championships, and Instagram clout, were humiliated. Becky Hammond, the coach, walked into the post-game press conference looking like someone had stolen her lunch money, trying desperately to spin the story, pointing fingers at refs, whispering about special whistles, as if Indiana bribed the league overnight. Really? That's your defense when your superstar gets bullied on her own court? And let's not forget the social media storm. Fans were going absolutely insane. Clips of Boston powering through the Aces' defense went viral within minutes. Tweets ranged from pure admiration for Indiana's execution to straight-up roasting of Wilson and the Aces' meltdown. Did I forget how to play defense? One fan tweeted. Another chimed in, Caitlin Clark's face says it all, shock, awe, disbelief. Memes exploded. The conversation wasn't just about who scored. It was about dominance, humiliation, and a legacy on the line. But here's where it gets even juicier. Insiders say tensions have been simmering all season. Rumors of locker room disagreements, coaching clashes, and players feeling entitled to favorable calls have been whispered for months. This game? The boiling point. The perfect storm. And AliyahBoston? She became the embodiment of that storm, relentless, unyielding, and absolutely unstoppable. The Aces didn't just lose, they were exposed. Vulnerable. Human. And for fans who've been watching this team as a dynasty, it was a sight nobody expected, yet everyone needed to see. Alright, let's dig even deeper, because last night's court chaos wasn't just a loss. It was a full-blown scandal, dripping with drama, outrage, and, let's be honest, a little bit of entertainment. Sources close to the teams, totally anonymous, because who actually talks on the record in the WNBA drama world, say that tension had been mounting all season. Becky Hammond was reportedly furious after seeing her star player struggle to contain Boston and Mitchell. One insider whispered to our investigative team, It's like watching a shark swim through a kiddie pool. She didn't just beat them, she humiliated them. And yes, boss, that's exactly how it looked. Fans immediately went to social media like it was an emergency hotline. Clips of Boston bulldozing Aliyah Wilson's defense exploded on Twitter within minutes. Memes comparing Wilson to a roadblock went viral. Caitlin Clark's stunned expressions were replayed on Instagram stories like some kind of live reaction gif. The commentary? Pure chaos. Boston just destroyed the Aces blueprint. One tweet read. Another fan asked, did A.A. Wilson even know which direction to guard? Meanwhile, Vegas fans weren't having it. They doubled down on the golden whistle conspiracy. Refs were obviously favoring Indiana, one Vegas fan claimed. They probably have insider contracts or something. And now, the juicy part, the fake insider leaks. Allegedly, someone close to the league whispered that there were heated debates in the referee's locker room about Boston's unstoppable performance. She's too aggressive, the league might have to step in, said our totally believable anonymous source. Another source, claiming to be a team analyst, added, Vegas was literally hacking every post-play. They fouled as if the game depended on it. Oh wait, it did, but not in their favor. Meanwhile, press conferences delivered pure comedy gold. Becky Hammond, looking visibly flustered, held up the stat sheet like it was a smoking gun. They shot 34 free throws. We shot 11. That's it. End of story. No adjustments, no strategy talk, no acknowledgement of Boston's brute force. A'ja Wilson, the queen of self-pity, chimed in with her own claim. Aliyah had a special whistle. Special whistle? Really? If that existed, we'd all be lining up to buy one. But the truth is, Boston earned every call with sheer dominance, footwork, and hustle. And the public reactions didn't hold back. Fever fans mocked the excuses, posting side-by-side comparisons of Boston's aggressive drives versus Wilson's fadeaways. This is why Indiana is taking over. One viral post declared. Neutral analysts weighed in sarcastically. Vegas has been protected by whistles all year. Funny how the story flips when they actually lose. Even mainstream outlets started questioning the Aces' accountability, hinting that this wasn't just a loss, it was a wake-up call, a reality check for a team used to walking onto courts like royalty. So, boss, here's where it gets wild. Not only was the game itself explosive, but the post-game drama set Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram ablaze. Fans debated conspiracies, skills, and special whistles, while memes and reactions multiplied like wildfire. And let's be honest, Vegas looked like a team scrambling for excuses, while Indiana basked in the glory of earned dominance. This wasn't just basketball, it was theater, controversy, and a full-on meltdown rolled into 40 minutes. And now, just when you thought it couldn't get juicier, wait until you hear what happens next. The fallout, boss, is about to blow up bigger than any referee conspiracy or social media meltdown you've seen. And just when you thought the drama was over, hold on to your seats, because the aftermath is even messier. The Las Vegas Aces meltdown has sparked a ripple effect across the league, the internet, and, dare I say, the WNBA's fragile ego ecosystem. Reports are swirling that league officials are quietly reviewing the game tapes. Sources, totally anonymous, naturally, claim that talks of potential sanctions, fines, and conduct investigations have started circulating in the commissioner's office. Could this be the first time a superstar gets publicly exposed for being, well, human? Inside Vegas, the locker room reportedly resembled a war zone. Coaches and players alike were overheard venting about Boston's dominance, missed rotations, and yes, those ridiculous whistles. Becky Hammond, sources say, considered drastic measures to save face, maybe even shaking up rotations for the next game or threatening to bench her stars if they didn't start executing properly. Meanwhile, fans have taken to social media to demand accountability. Memes of Aces players crying, Caitlin Clark shocked expressions, and Boston flexing on every possession have gone viral. The backlash is insane. Vegas is being roasted across every platform, and fans are dragging the team for refusing to admit they got outplayed. But the fallout isn't limited to social media rants. Hypothetical investigations? Absolutely. Imagine the league calling in referees for questioning, reviewing every foul, every possession, every whistle blow. Could there be secret league memos floating around discussing, balancing the scales for future games?
Probably.
And somewhere in a WNBA office, a PR team is feverishly drafting statements to avoid full-blown embarrassment. Leaked fake documents, even ones claiming internal memos about golden whistle policies, are already making the rounds online. Drama levels off the charts. And let's talk about potential consequences. If the Aces lose the next matchup, hypothetically, you're looking at resignations, coaching staff shakeups, and a fan revolt the league hasn't seen since the big 2018 scandal.
Sponsors might panic.
Merchandise sales could plummet. The Aces' glamorous image as a powerhouse franchise shattered. All because AliyahBoston decided to show up and turn the court into her personal highlight reel. And Caitlin Clark? The poor superstar is caught in the middle, witnessing her teammates' historic performance while trying to process how the supposedly invincible Aces just got exposed on a national stage. Meanwhile, Indiana Fever is basking in the glory. Boston's stat line, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, has become instant legend status. Kelsey Mitchell's 25 points? Pure cinematic perfection. Odyssey, Sims torching defenders off the bench? Twitter is still buzzing. And all of this has set the stage for a narrative shift that could redefine the WNBA hierarchy. The Aces, who once ruled the spotlight, are now scrambling for excuses, pointing fingers at referees, whispering about conspiracies, and begging fans to believe in special whistles. So, boss, here's the real takeaway. The Aces lost, sure, but they also lost credibility, confidence, and the narrative. Indiana didn't just win. They dominated, exposed flaws, and ignited a firestorm of drama that's going to haunt Vegas for weeks. And while Becky Hammond and A'ja Wilson cling to excuses, the world watches in awe as AliyahBoston cements her status as a true superstar. This is more than a game. It's a saga, a scandal, a spectacle. And one thing certain, Vegas might want to check the mirrors before pointing fingers, because the only thing crooked last night was their ego.